Base like the Cali sniper for LMGs? Yes. I feel, you know, we're playing a 4-stack. A solo. We have a duo, and we have 3 solos. Alright, let's ban bank. Alright, we do have a gold on our team, but honestly, we have some shooters on our team, chat. We got some shooters. And they have... I think we could do this. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Dude, tomorrow is Easter for those that celebrate. Easter. I can't wait. I can't wait. Actually, this year it's going to be nice for Easter because we just had a baby and stuff like that. We're just having like immediate family over only, and they're bringing food. They're gonna cook food and bring it here, so it's like just really easy. Like generally when we have a lot of people over and stuff, I mean, you know, my wife does all the cooking. She loves to cook, but like I'll still help out. You know, like I still like will help grab stuff for her or whatever she needs if you know needs to go like any other like grocery shopping or you know I'll run out and go get that stuff last minute. Shady Rooster, they give something to do Detroit Desu. What's on Desu? Welcome back.
Secure the bombs.
Yeah, I don't know. Something needs to happen with something needs to happen with Vika. She's just like too good, basically. You like to cook? Well, my wife like cooked yesterday, and she was like, she got really tired from it. I'm like, I told you, like, I'm good. Like, she's like, I wanted to cook for you. I'm like, I miss cooking. I'm like, I know, but like, just take a break for like a little bit. Like, we'll either order, you know, we'll either like get food, like get takeout, or like my mom and my mother-in-law have been bringing food every day. But I don't like cooking. I like to eat food, but yeah. Alright, they nomaded above my door. I heard that. Is Dokkaebi in a good spot? I feel like Dokkaebi is like alright. She's just like kind of annoying, but I don't know. Ubisoft, I don't like abilities that don't really require you to like actively do anything. And they like affect the enemy team or are like super strong. If it's a more like if it's like something like a I don't know, like a mute jammer or like a bandit battery, I mean it's just not as big of a deal, I guess. Like it's just not like annoying, right? I suppose. Weenie Boss in the Prime sub. I just for me, I think that abilities should just not be annoying. Like that's it. That's all I ask. Don't make the like if I die to that ability, I just don't want to feel like cheated. That's it, really. Could be Colt thing the Prime sub. And like when you die to like okay, I'll give you an example. How many people die to Sledge and are like, man, I got cheated, so but like you just feel like you got like completely fucked over and like screwed. It doesn't really happen. Like, you know, like Sledge is like a pretty like fair operator overall, right? Oh no! One outside box door. Bro, I just fucking whiffed on this terrible player. No! That was so stupid. I should not have jumped out of there. Or pushed that. I think one jumped in 90 Windows is planting in server. Through that. My teammates also threw that, but I definitely threw that as well. I think that was like a 4v2. And one teammate like ran at him, died. Another teammate jumped into a claymore. That was a 2v2. I just whiffed my shots, honestly, there. That was fucking bad. Ugh. I want to play Afghan. I don't feel like I get cheated when I get killed by Fuse, no. You guys know what I'm saying, though. Like, if you die to a shield, it's just like, it just feels like you get cheated, you know? Like, you got, like, cheated out of your... Like, cheated out of a fair gunfight. I feel like that's, like, a pretty common thing, you know? If you die to a Finka LMG, Clash, right? Or if you're, like, getting zapped by Clash and someone runs at you and kills you. There's just, like, a lot of, like anything like that is just, like, it's just annoying. Like, there's just no two ways about it. Like, there's no time that somebody, like, gets zapped by a Clash and then, like, gets peeked by another person when they're, like, trying to melee Clash or something. And it's like, man, what a great death. What a fair gunfight. Like, it's just not a thing, you know? It's just always, like, super bullshit. Right, like dying to an 800 HP BB shield. Like, there's like plenty of examples of like, you know, deaths where you feel like super cheated and shit. There's no shortage. How do I just kill 2 drones and no people? Oh shit.
Cover me, reloading. Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do. Op 4, last operator standing.
Well, this guy just baiting again. Alright. We'll just chill. Still baiting. There's 15 seconds left. Go the fuck inside.
Time expires in 10 seconds. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Glaz? I don't know. Glaz is still annoying to get shot through the smoke, but like the thing that I never really got about Glaz is like he wasn't able to see through smoke originally, and then basically people just nonstop spammed on like Reddit and stuff to give Glaz the ability to see through smoke, and like ta-da, they're just like, surprise, Glaz can now see through smoke. It's like, but why'd you do that? Like no one asked for that. Give Glaz like a secondary or something, like a machine pistol maybe, or like I don't know, something. Give him a scope that magnifies more. I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Secure the bombs.
I'm Nayla, thank you for the 2-month resub. Welcome back. It was just like really weird. I don't know. It was one of those things like, why are you doing that? Like no one like it was that comes from an era where like for some reason Ubisoft was just like taking every idea that like came off of like Reddit, like no matter how bad the idea was, and like just like threw it in the game, which was like obviously just a ridiculously bad idea.
10 seconds.
Right. I mean, Ying is a Reddit operator idea, like Blitz, buff Blitz, like the reason buff like Blitz, like Montaigne, like the reason he has like an extended shield surviving C4s. I mean, like the amount of, there's a lot, like it pretty much like a lot of the really bad ideas, like, okay, obviously I don't like Reddit and shit that much, of course. How much for text-to-speech? It's $10 for that. 4,000 bits. But like Reddit does have, I will give credit where credit's due, like some quality of life changes and stuff like that, or like UI changes or stuff like that. Like Reddit's pretty good for it. Like I'm totally fine with like Reddit on that stuff. Like sure, that's great. You know, you got no complaints from me. That was some ratty shit. No, there's another one. 2 outside of trench. Ayana and somebody else. Why are these guys like, dude, these guys just, this guy never goes in. Okay, it's a different person. These guys never go inside. X-Tim, R6 at the Prime sub. Yeah, I mean, like, it's okay. Like, now, like, over time and shit like that, like, it's gotten better. Like, the thing is, okay, to be fair, you can't listen to, like, any one person or any, like, group of people. It's just never gonna really end well for you. People always say, too, like, by the way, and I'm not even saying, like, only listen to pro players even, because people will make that argument of, like, pro players could balance the game perfectly. Yes, in theory, but pro players are also very biased as well. They will openly admit to this. I've seen it happen a million times when I was a pro player. Like, I was, you know, obviously you have your own biases, but I tried not to be as much as possible. I tried to do, like, in theory, like, what's best for the game type of shit. But, like, yeah, like, it is, pro players are very biased, right? If a pro team is really good with say, for example, like, I don't know, Finka, right? Like, in her really broken state like she is right now, like, what reason do you have to nerf Finka? Like, the game is very, like, the meta could change very quickly off of a few operators getting nerfed, buffed, whatever, and you could go from being, like, a really good team to getting relegated and losing your job. So, like, naturally, pro players have their own heavy biases. If pro players, in theory, like, some pro players are, like, there's pro players that are very smart, and I would trust to, like, balance the game, like, with no questions and stuff like that, right? They'll have their own biases. But, you know, I would still trust them and stuff like that, right? I think they'd do, like, a good job if they, like, really, they would have biases, though, to protect their own team. It's natural. Every pro player would do that. And that's the problem. You see it time and time again. You see it in the map pool. Pro players will vote for the most dog shit maps to remain in Pro League because their team's good at it. And why are they going to eliminate a map that their team is good on and bring a map into the game that, like, is better for Pro League and more interesting? You can't have, so my idea is you take data, like data, whatever you want to call it, from the game, right? Like, that's a good metric. You take pro player feedback, take people who play the game a lot, content creators, whatever, stuff like that. Surveys, things of that nature from people who play the game a ton. That's all like good and well. You take community feedback a bit, you know, even like Reddit and stuff like that, social media, as dumb as the ideas, if they're really dumb, it doesn't matter. Like, you just take them all there, because you should try to take a little bit of, you know, every idea out there. It's a good idea, too. And then you balance accordingly. You can't have, like, one resource. But everybody, including like pro players, especially pro players, have heavy bias in a lot of stuff. So it's like, I would love for the game to just solely be balanced off pro players and pro play. But the problem is you can't trust pro players, a lot of them at least, to be like completely objective. They're just gonna, they have their own biases and stuff. And it's like fine, like it's understandable. Like, you know, it is what it is. Right. Former pros that play the game a lot are a good option. Because, generally speaking, if they're former pros, like, maybe not recently removed from the game, right? But, like, they need to still play the game a lot, because a lot of pro players, they'll, like, get into this thing where they, like, don't really play the game as much anymore, which is not good, right? I'm not saying myself, by the way, like, at all. I don't think I should be some, like... I have my ideas and stuff like that. The devs follow me on Twitter. I make videos with my opinions on it. I know they watch them. It's up to them if they want to take them from there or not. And that's it, right? I try to give good reasoning, right? I don't just say, like, oh, like, you should do, like, this because I said so. I'll, like, try to, like, give an explanation of why I think something should be changed and how it should be changed, right? So, like, let's say Finca. I'll be like, oh, like, and, like, well, let's say, like, LMGs. LMGs are a good example. LMGs right now are, like, in most video games, the thing that balances them, right, is that you sit still. You're very slow, generally speaking. Very slow, like, ADSing time, very slow movement, but you have high fire rate, high damage, high magazine capacity, low recoil, right? So in Siege, you have all of those big four things: high fire rate, high damage, low recoil, large magazine, right? But you also have that you don't move. You move at the same speed as you do with a rifle or a submachine gun, and you also ADS very quickly. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I gotta change my sight on this. I could actually use an ACOG now. But yeah, like, so that's like an example, right? And I'll give that, like, example. Like, so I'll say, like, hey, and this should be, my change to it is to slow down the ADS time and slow down the movement speed. And that's why I think it should happen, because people are using LMGs as, like, SMGs and, like, entry weapons with 100-round magazines, more or less, which obviously is not their intended purpose. One's by, like, Archive. They made some holes in the wall. Still an Archive. So, like, I'll try to always, like, give a good reason as well, too.
Drone's ready. Cluster charge going up.
Down that drone. Holy shit, I destroyed a lot of stuff. Let's blow my own shit. Great.
Device ready.
go above. Nice.
Op 4 eliminated.
GG. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I obviously don't like shields. I would love to delete all of shields. Sure. I mean, you know, like, they're just annoying to me, right? So you have your, you know, but they're never going to delete all shields. So you compromise, right? So you just have to, like, have some form of, like, nerfing stuff accordingly. But everybody has their own biases. Everybody has their own biases, right? GG. Uses the ACOG now. Fuse has always had the ACOG. It's just been the Russian ACOG, but now you could use the, like, NATO site instead. The Blackbeard exploit where he, like, doesn't get flashed. Yeah, I mean, it's not really an exploit. It's just a bug of some kind, which is, like, it is kind of weird, but I don't know, whatever. Not like the end of the world. They'll fix it. They will fix it. What else? Oh, yeah, Fuse. I was going to slap the ACOG on the... Ah! What the hell is that shit? All right, NATO site. NATO site. What the suppressor? There is some heavy trolling going on by Ubisoft right now, like changing my shit. Change echo. 9. Yeah, I mean, basically right now, there's like... So if you guys don't know, if you haven't played this season much yet, so every single gun site in the game is on every single operator in the game for 1Xs. And then if you have, say you have a 2.5, you have access to both 2.5s, and so on and so forth. So you pretty much have like all the options available to you. Which is pretty great. Okay. Dude, I have a theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but I have a theory, and you guys tell me what you think about it as well. But, like, I honestly think that Ubisoft just, like, takes a random map of the day, and they're just like, yup, this is the map everyone's playing today. It's like, today is cafe day. The only maps that you're going to get as your options are, like, favela, outback, theme park, or cafe. Like, they put, like, the shittiest fucking maps and, like, one good map. And then, like, you're just gonna play that map, like, all day. I swear, every day there's, like, it's, like, map of the day, basically. And that's, like, all I fucking play. Like, nonstop, dude. The bearing Russian reflex is bugged. It gives the zoom of a 1.5. That's interesting. 50 gold or a musketeer. I'm obviously not including my... Dude, I got 15 kills. What are you guys doing, chat? Kevin and Shizu, you guys could pick. Or if you have 500 channel points to redeem, you could pick as well. I feel like Kevin would want the gold. Kevin, are you here? I feel like Kevin would want the gold. I'm just going to give Kevin the gold. Make this easy because it's just a double, so... Oh, you didn't even have to use channel points, Kevin.